Come with me to Shanghai. We took Chinese Eastern Airlines and they were very accommodating to the allergy bread. Fish. It was harder fish. Plenty of leg space. Surprisingly, this has more legs room than all the American Airlines. Woohoo! More leg space. Where are we? We took the Chinese version of Uber, which they call Didi, back to our living space. The road was very smooth and clean. Sky's blue. It's been over 20 years since I've been back, and the sky last time was all smoggy and you could hardly see the sun. This is what the neighborhood looks like where we lived. This is where we got breakfast, about 5 minutes from our location. Freshly made right in front of your face. It costs around 20 cents US maybe. The whole street had various food stalls and grocery store. Everybody ride mopeds to the subway station. The subway station feels very safe. There was glass panels protecting the whole row so nobody gets pushed in or off.
You can transfer to line 4 and line 13.
So we braved rush hour and got squeezed in there, but it was still felt very safe. The air was fresh and very cool. And nobody really touched each other, even though we were crammed in there like sardines. Probably because everybody was shaped like the matchsticks. We went to Longmont Mall. This is a walking distance right out of the train station. And we heard there was a big Pokemon center inside, which you can see the Pokemon ball and the fancy 3D billboard. So apparently they have display Pokemon right outside just to make sure you're aware there's a Pokemon center inside. Many displays. Oh, this is the fancy robot. More Pokemon displays. My first impression of the mall was that it was very clean, well designed, very airy, and felt like it was something out of like a futuristic sci-fi movie. And what did I say? While you look at the mall scenery that I've recorded, we're going to talk about the visa process. So it was quite simple. Everything is done online. Side dog! More side dog. Anyway, everything is online. Once they approve it, you go and pay in person. After that, you just wait for them to approve. Takes about less than a week and everything is done automatically. Oh, this is like a Roomba on steroids. It cleans them all. This is the number 3 warehouse, I believe. Yeah. Anyway, I never seen this on Instagram. I only heard it after I went inside. And needless to say, it is very impressive. The food is not only great, fresh, and very reasonably priced, comparable to the US, but the decor is very well done, clean, very, very clean. These are the dishes we ordered at the restaurant. This is mainly a vegetable dish, plain and flavorful. And obviously this is the famous Beijing Kaoya. They slice it up right in front of your face and plate it for you. These are the condiments that goes with it. The sauce, the duck, and the wrap. So you just make your own. Another vegetable dish, I believe that's a carrot. But every single dish is very lightly seasoned. But if you chew enough, you could taste every single dish's spices in there. And this is a pineapple fried rice. Out of all the dishes, I don't recommend this one. So these are the random displays in the mall. In the mall! This is like a high-end museum! Police stop. This is us looking for a bathroom at Changhua Mill. Took us about 20 minutes because we couldn't figure out where it was, but eventually we found it. The architecture is really nice. It's kind of like an ancient world meets modern world. Inside there's statues, but right outside this place, then you have the whole modern shopping center. People were burning incense and praying. I don't really know too much about the temple and the history, but just enjoy the displays. I have Golden Buddha. bell. I'll just point the obvious. Us walking, pictures, light, and people pay to have their names inscribed inside those turning little things. For a temple that's lasted over hundreds of years, it's very well made. Whenever you go into these shrines, there's a raised ledge before you enter. Just watch out for that. You don't want to trip and fall. I recorded the ceiling because I thought it was quite amazing.
That's
Yeah.
it.
This is outside the temple now. I saw Chaji, so I had to get it. Took it on a little adventure and saw Iron Man. So we ate at this restaurant near Chonghao, right next to it. It was overpriced. Food does not taste very good, and it was more touristy than anything else. This is wonton soup, which was decent, but the xiaolongbao was definitely not as expected. You probably could get other better stuff. There are designated waiting areas next to the subway, and nobody sort of shoves or cuts. Everybody's so well organized. For a place that serves millions of people, it's very nice, well designed, very futuristic looking. This is heading out of the rail stations and little shops nearby. And then this is us heading toward the Oriental Pearl Tower. This is the outside scenery where there's a bridge you have to cross to get over. Many restaurants up ahead. Again, everything is litter-free, just feels clean and safe. And there it is, the Pearl Tower. Yeah, 这个还是真花的. Now these are flowers laying across the whole road. You feel like you're in an amusement park, but you're just walking around the city. Now this is going inside. They have statues everywhere and some kind of fancy figurines. These are the warnings right before you step onto this. Ooh, look at that. So this is you or anybody walking around the Pearl Tower, see-through glass. Coolest thing you could ever see. If you haven't figured out, you're looking at the view. These are timed entry stamps, so the people is not very crowding. And this is also pretty early in the morning, so we got there at a good time. Every single floor has an exhibition. This is one of those floors. Really cool light display. And this is us going toward the museum. And here is the museum. It's like a little miniature old Shanghai with mannequins, displays, history. Again, very, very well made. It's quite a long exhibition, so you could actually spend a good maybe hour or so there, taking in all the history and sights. So this is one of the displays. It's quite small, but very, very detailed. Funhouse mirror, haven't seen that in a while. This is a nearby mall. Inside we ate Ding Tai Fung. As you know, they have chain restaurants throughout the world, so we want to compare. The flavor is actually very light compared to the US versions. It's odd there, but it's very, very light. And obviously it's still very good. This is a strawberry red bean dessert. Strange, but the strawberry was really nice. This is the interior of the restaurant, and you can see the people cooking. On the wall, they have portraits of Hong Kong actors. This is just a standard exterior of the mall. Look how fancy this is. Some kind of event going on, more foliage, and it just looks really nice. This right here is the famous Nanjing Lu. At first I saw it would just kind of be a little street with little shops, but no, boy was I wrong. It's like 2 miles of shopping mall. Stimulation overload. This here is the 6-story anime shopping mall. Anybody who is into any kind of anime, Japanese stuff, whatever, just you need to come here. These are like next stuff. Forgot what it's called, but what's it called? Bailian ZX. And boy, when I first stepped in there, I saw my brain was going to explode. Alright, so there's shops dedicated to specific anime. You got tons and tons of figures, cards, stuffies, figurines, more figurines. Anyway, make sure you bring a big luggage if you plan to buy things. Okay, this is Nanjing Lu, and outside one of the shops, this is a silver shop with a smoking dragon. Very, very cool. Minisoland and Pop Mart. Basically, there's various shops throughout the whole road. You can go there and check it out. There's something for everyone. Stitch! So we fell into a tourist trap from the Bund. This is to cross the river. Yeah, so the price is not worth this little trip, basically. So this is the Bund. One side is fancy, modern Shanghai. The other side is old European architecture. As you can see, there's always plenty of people around. So next stop is the Shanghai Tower. More shots of the fancy subway station. This is a miniature model of Shanghai. These are views from the tallest tower in Shanghai. If you want good sunset views, get there after 6, unlike us. So we had dinner underneath the tower, and this is like a Asian fast food. It's fast, good, and cheap. There's a lot of gachapons inside the subway stations. Okay, so we went to Jinan Temple. Basically, it's a fairly empty temple inside. It's not really worth the ticket price. We don't have any coins to check. Big boulder in the middle where you can toss coins up there. But the inside is very simple. You could see a lot of the architecture just from the outside alone. But the inside is not very impressive. And for the ticket price, I wouldn't recommend going here. Alright, this is a garden. I think it's called People's Square. You see people dancing, but very well maintained. After a little relaxing park break, we went back to Nanjing Lu and check out more shops because you can't get enough of these shops. And there's so many. These are just statues right outside the shops. They're very well made too. Inside the mall, there's a Sanrio Cafe, but we ate lunch at this underground cafe. It's kind of like a food court, but we finally found our first round of food that didn't taste good, so don't recommend. We went to Zikahe Library. The Chinese name is probably different because we're going off the English version. These are the surrounding buildings and gardens next to it. And it has a quite modern charm. A couple of cafe shops underneath. This is the gift shop. And they have quite a wonderful selection of toys and things. Back in the subway station, with more views of cool subway art, a lot of gachapons, and out of nowhere comes this weapon from a video game. In the subway! This is a park near where we live, on the way to the mall. There's plenty of views and sceneries. And this is kind of like a grab-and-go buffet-style dishes, and everything was about $3-4. Licking coffee right next door, so I had to get some. And afterwards, pastries, of course. With that shopping, I paid too much for these shoes. On the way to Longhua Temple, we stopped by this pastry shop. Had to try a little bit of everything. And they cut the pastries right in front of your face. So we tried their zongzi egg tart and mochi. And this is Longhua Temple. It's actually free admission, and there's a lot of different things going on in there. Enjoy the drone-like video. This is bigger and better than Jing'an Temple. There's a lot of open space, freely to walk, many different temple settings. Corridors are clean and nice. There's also a place where you could do Chinese calligraphy if you're into that. Many stray cats wander around the place. And if you're into stray cats, they're actually pretty clean, no ticks noted. Usually the cats will let you pet them. They're quite friendly. Very photogenic as was for the... Anyways, there's a nice chanting in the background which gives a really calming white noise. And there's a shop inside this temple where you could buy charms and bracelets. Little overpriced, but they give good protection, so I've been told. So it's a plus, I guess. This temple is known for their vegetable noodles. It's a mushroom-based soup, and the price is really cheap and it's very good. What's this fat cat thing? Just kidding. This is where we had dinner. It was a popular restaurant inside a mall, and they had many vegetable dish, and needless to say, the price is very reasonable again. And every single dish is very tasty, especially the beans. I think that's egg. But nevertheless, you can't go wrong with almost any restaurant in Shanghai. Oh, sorry, I take that back. A few of them, but most of them are really good. Except for the touristy places. Don't go to the touristy place. Go to the non-touristy place where they have locals going there. Eat like a local. I think this is stinky tofu. Vegetable broth. Fresh vegetables. Thank you for watching.